Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peel back the layers of corporate filings to see what is really going on. Today we're diving into a company that has just undergone a significant name change and approved some exciting new compensation plans, so stick around to see how these moves might shape its future. Before we dive into the juicy details, if you find value in getting plain English insights from these complex documents, make sure you are subscribed. And for those who want to connect with fellow finance enthusiasts and get early access to our analysis, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. Our story today is about CapForce Inc, formerly known as Opgen Inc. This report covers events up to the 23rd of February of 2026, but we'll also see later how they officially changed their name just a few days after that. So who is CapForce Inc, or rather who were they as Opgen Inc? They are a company that has been navigating the world of life sciences and diagnostics. Their common stock has been trading under the ticker symbol OTGN on the OTC Markets Group. Now, what's really happening here? The company just held its annual meeting of stockholders and got a big thumbs up on a new compensation plan. This is the 2026 Incentive Compensation Plan, or the 2026 plan as they call it. This plan was already nodded by the board of directors and then got the green light from the shareholders. It officially kicked off on the 23rd of February 2026. What does this plan mean for the company and its employees? It means they are setting aside 1 million shares of stock to be used for compensation. This is a pretty standard move for companies wanting to incentivize their executives and key employees. They usually grant these shares or options to buy shares as a way to tie the employee's success to the company's success. But here is a really interesting part, and this is quite generous. The plan has what is called an evergreen provision. This means that every year for the next 10 years, the number of shares available under the plan will automatically increase. How much? It is 5% of the total shares the company has outstanding at the end of the previous year. So as the company grows and its share count increases, more shares automatically become available for this compensation plan. This is a strong signal that they expect significant growth and are planning to reward participation in that growth. Of course, the board can decide to cap this increase if they choose, but the default is automatic growth. Next up, a major facelift. The stockholders also approved a change to the company's very core legal document, its certificate of incorporation. And the main reason for this, a name change. Opgen Incorporated is officially becoming CapForce Incorporated. This isn't just a cosmetic change. They also plan to change their stock symbol to CFO. This is usually a signal that the company is looking to rebrand or pivot its strategy, and they want a new name and symbol to reflect that. They filed this amendment with Delaware on the 27th of February 2026. Let's look at how these decisions were made. At the annual meeting held on the 23rd of February 2026, over 10 million votes were outstanding, and a good chunk, over 8 million, were actually represented. First, the election of directors. It looks like the slate of 5 nominees. Victor Chor-Kok Ho, John Tan Hon-Jian, Ken Lim Jiao-Chi, Ethan Lo Yu-Ji, and Constance Wong Po-Shin were all elected to serve for the next year. They received an overwhelming majority of the votes. Seems like the shareholders are happy with the current leadership guiding the company. Next, the big one we talked about earlier, the 2026 Equity Incentive Plan. This proposal passed with flying colours, getting over 8.29 million votes in favour. This clearly shows strong shareholder support for giving management the tools to reward employees and potentially attract new talent. Then there was the warrant exercise proposal. This one was also approved overwhelmingly. Essentially, shareholders agreed to the issuance of almost 890,000 shares of the company's common stock related to the exercise of certain warrants. This usually happens when a company has previously issued warrants, which are like options to buy stock at a certain price, and it's time for those warrants to be used. Another approval here for the ratification of the issuance of certain shares of common stock to AI Capital Limited. This sounds like it is related to ensuring that certain stock issuances are exempt from short swing profit rules, which are designed to prevent insiders from making quick profits on stock trades. And here it is, the name change proposal from Opgen Incorporated to CapForce Incorporated. This passed with a strong majority, indicating that the shareholders are on board with this strategic shift. The shareholders also voted on executive compensation, commonly known as the say on pay vote. This is an advisory vote, meaning the board isn't legally bound by it, but it is a strong indicator of shareholder sentiment. And good news for the executives, this proposal also passed with a significant majority. Finally, the company sought to ratify the appointment of Beckles Steiny Amp, company incorporated as their independent registered public accounting firm for the fiscal year ending the 31st of December 2025. This also received strong approval, meaning investors have confidence in the auditor tasked with scrutinizing the company's financial statements. To mark this significant name change, on the 27th of February 2026, the company issued a press release announcing their new identity as CapForce Incorporated. This is the public face of the name change, ensuring that the market and investors are aware of this pivotal move. And finally, we have the list of exhibits that accompany this report. This includes the official certificate of amendment for the name change, the updated bylaws, the full text of the new 2026 incentive compensation plan, and of course that press release announcing the name change. All these documents provide the gritty details for anyone who wants to do a deep dive. Looking at this filing, it's clear that CapForce Inc, formerly Option, is embarking on a new chapter. The overwhelming approval of the new incentive plan signals a strong focus on growth and employee motivation, and the name change suggests a potential strategic shift or a desire to distance themselves from past performance or identity. The evergreen provision in the compensation plan is particularly noteworthy, indicating a long-term commitment to rewarding future success. However, we haven't seen any specific financial performance figures in this particular filing, which is what we usually look for to truly gauge a company's health. This report focuses more on corporate governance and executive compensation. Without the financial tables, it is hard to say if the new name and plans are backed by strong underlying business performance or if they're trying to signal a turnaround. The key will be to watch their future filings, especially the financial statements, to see if this rebranding is accompanied by tangible improvements in revenue and profitability. Alright, that is our breakdown of CapForce Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on this name change and the new compensation plan? Do you think it's a sign of good things to come? Or just a fresh coat of paint? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and make sure you subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. And don't forget to check out the Discord link in the description to chat with us and other finance enthusiasts. Thanks for watching, see you next time.